My name is Harry. I'm from London.
Meghan Markle here.
Today is February 17, 2026. It is 5 p.m. So I have some time before my kids come back from school. I want to get some recording out of the way so I don't have to do them tonight. So let's go straight on Twitter, and I want to go over them really quickly. These are some, what, LOL? Some of them I shared them on my community board, and the squad were talking about them. All right, let's see here. This is the moment that broke William. He never recovered. So this is when Harry and Meghan did the Oceana, and they showed up on the balcony, and you see all these people. I have it on my intro. There will be a screenshot. I can share it freely. There's a lot of, look at all these people. There's a lot of things going on Twitter, okay? And he'll keep reaping what his evil heart caused, and he probably never will. The moment I start recording, my phone rang. Okay, where was I? I think I was somewhere up here. And he probably never will, and this is the moment that broke Kate. For me, this is where everything started. This is where everything started. Even if it's not started, at least it raised their radar to say, oh my God, we need to put a stop to it. All right, World Foundation Forum, event February 2018. All right, whatever is here, let's put, oh my God. Okay, they bring successors to the throne, their partner, and their children to carry their agenda into the next generation. And this way, they protect their unique genetic code. Okay, they are not human. I don't know what to say about that. They are imitating the frequency of human body. Cameras can detect malfunction of the imitation more easily as they cover different frequencies than human eye. With what I've seen about the Epstein file, it's unbelievable. All right, let's go to the next tweet. They're eating humans, and I've heard way before the Epstein file came out, people have been saying things online, but they dismiss it. But the Epstein file sort of confirm it about them eating a human being. Yeah. All right. Next one. William Parker Bowles broke up with Kate because he wanted Isabella Calthorpe. Everyone knows it. Who the hell is she? I don't know. Is that the one in Africa? And I don't know. Everyone knows it. It's well known for years. He broke up with her. His friends call her all kind of names. They laugh at her family, her mother. They were all leaking to the press that she was desperate to marry William while he didn't want to marry her. He wasn't supposed to get back with her. Unfortunately for him, the reality of his life was that nobody from his circle, rich, educated, noble, wanted him. They all chose better people than him. It's well known William wasn't considered a catch. He wasn't the same person after Diana's death. Camilla was ruling the game. He was heavily influenced by her. Not one upper-class girl wanted to be connected with Camilla or the Windsors after they saw what happened to Diana. I hope William's kids see the same thing too. Isabella rejected him several times, and she later went to marry Sam Branson. William couldn't find anyone and went back to Kate, who also dated a few people during their breakup. She was partying very hard those months. She was falling from clubs. Here is Isabella. Let's put allegedly. I don't know. But if she rejected him, she's very smart. She knows what's good for her. I thought he had a thing for Kate's best friend forever, Rose, although, truth be told, I don't believe anything that comes from the tabloid media. I mean, their tabloids. I miss ours. It talked about Bad Boy, Bad Boy, and her Sasquatch got a lady pregnant. Who the hell is Sasquatch? Now it's People Magazine. There's the rolling eye. Oh yeah. I mean, they really wanted to blind everybody. All the nonsense that you see that were happening in the UK, it's over here. Until we get rid of what we have here, there's gonna be a overall of cleanup. But they're pushing hard to keep the trajectory of the way Trump wants the country to go. But there's a lot of people who didn't even think who will be talking about it. They just don't like it. Their eyes are opening. As a matter of fact, let me see if I see it. It will be on my next video. Some people who I think I put it on my next video, which probably gonna record later tonight, is like some TikTok video. People who were watching, who look at what Harry and Meghan, who were at the All-Star, and they're reading posts, all the negative things. People are making video of it. And it's like, what's wrong with that? Okay, white people who are saying that, okay? The derangers went in the comment to write negative nonsense. That typical nonsense. And then the people who are in the US who then know all the nonsense that, you know, Harry and Meghan were dealing with, or reading some of the comments. It's like, what's going on? What did we miss? What's wrong with them? It's just a picture of them in the All-Star. But anyway, let me read what's there and then move on. She is beautiful and could have been a wonderful Queen consort. She did well. Move away from that. A beautiful young lady, kind of resembled Diana. Glad she dodged that bullet. That's for sure. Apparently, Isabella only went out with him to make Sam Branson jealous. Jekka didn't want him, and neither did Meghan. Gotten him. Okay, got her man. That Meghan with 2 N. I spoke about her. I'm aware of her. I've spoke about that Meghan. She's a American heiress, I think somewhere down south from Texas or something like that. And now she married with a former American football player. And yeah, she's living her best life. Yep, I remember that. I mean, none of his choices want him. It's clearly he didn't want Kitty, but they have a choice. Thank goodness Prince Harry married the love of his life and didn't have to marry his stalker. Brains, beauty, and most importantly of all, common sense. William wasn't a catch in any sense of the word. The crown, believe it or not, is not everything it's cracked up to be, as we are finding out. Leftover marries leftover and happily ever after disappeared. I'm sorry, I laugh over it. Let me read it. Leftover marries leftover and happily ever after disappeared. Where was I? I skipped some stuff. Next one. Okay. I'm deeply concerned about the number of Epstein link Willy and Kate have. There's an archive link here. Cancer charity supported by Kate Middleton and Prince William faces Epstein fallout as trustee resigns. What they did to Santa Bali, pay back. Nicole Zuckerman stepped back from her role as trustee at the cancer charity that supports the hospital where the Princess of Wales was treated. That's a lie. The Princess of Wales she didn't have any cancer. From what I've heard, she didn't have it. Update February 16, 2026. I know, right? Now I'm wondering if Meghan and Archie were not the only reason Harry wanted to get away from those sickos. Keep in mind, William kicked him out. Okay, Harry and Meghan wanted to do half in and half out, and the printer situation, William would Harry and Meghan out. We need to thank him for that. Okay, I will never leave that alone. It was William, because in the Oprah interview, Harry and Meghan tell Oprah they wanted to stay.
So in conclusion, if you'd had the support, you'd still be there?
Without question.
Yeah.
I'm sad that what's happened has happened, but I know, and I'm comfortable knowing that we did everything that we could to make it work, and we did everything on the exit process the way that it should have been
with
done.
as much respect.
With as much
and,
respect.
Oh my God, we just did everything we could to protect them.
And then we have documentation of William, who hired Simon Case, wanted him out, and Harry have mentioned it in his book. Printer wasn't working. They signed him all out.
Began to address Granny about the 5 options. Your Majesty, you've seen the 5 options? Yes, she said. We all had. They'd been emailed to us. 5 different ways of proceeding. Option 1 was continuance of the status quo. Meg and I don't leave. Everyone tries to go back to normal. Option 5 was full severance. No royal role, no working for Granny, and total loss of security. Option 3 was somewhere in between, a compromise, closest to what we'd originally proposed. I told everyone assembled that, above all, I was desperate to keep security. That was what worried me most, my family's physical safety. I wanted to prevent a repeat of history, another untimely death like the one that had rocked this family to its core 23 years earlier, and from which we were still trying to recover. I'd consulted with several palace veterans, people who knew the inner workings of the monarchy and its history, and they all said option 3 was best for all parties. Meg and I living elsewhere part of the year, continuing our work, retaining security, returning to Britain for charities, ceremonies, events. Sensible solution, these palace veterans said, and eminently doable. But the family, of course, pushed me to take option 1. Barring that, they would only accept option 5. We discussed the 5 options for nearly an hour. At last, the bee got up and went round the table, handing out a draft of a statement the palace would soon be releasing, announcing implementation of option 5. Wait, I'm confused. You've already drafted a statement? Before any discussion? Announcing option 5? In other words, the fix was in this whole time? This summit was just for show? No answer.
So we need to keep that in mind. I don't want any part of what you people are doing makes you wonder what Harry left out of Spare. I mean, he knew what was going on, and he knew how to navigate around the nonsense. Okay? He knew how to navigate around the nonsense. When Meghan married Harry, the royal rats wanted to interview Meghan. Harry said no.
4 times I asked the palace, or maybe 3 times I asked the palace, if we, as a media group, could meet Meghan, and it never happened.
And many times I think about it, I'm like, if that was me, will I listen to Harry? Because when you look at Meghan's background and the media, she had good relationship with the tabloid in Canada and the US. So I would assume the same thing would have applied over there. But it's a different ball game over there in the UK. So thank God Meghan listened. Because I think if it was me, I probably will tell, it's okay. I've done this. But Harry was like, nope. It's a different ball game. They will use your word against you. All right. That family, including William and Kate, overuse children as PR props, pretend to help children charities, and fake child projects. Kate, William plays sports with children, not meant for PR, etc. Then family has been close to most dangerous pedos in the UK. It's very suspect. All right, guilty by association. If Stormer is accountable because of Mendelssohn, so is he. He must found his own work line, the Prince's Trust Center Bali, that he destroyed in Invictus. Instead of latching onto what other people have built, he makes himself vulnerable. Okay, they're asking Greg different question here. Which organization are connected with Epstein and children and the royal family, including all members in your investigation? Also, how much money have they collected for cancer? Give the all-time amount raised since the monarchy began. Let's see here. There's one response. Did go. Based on verified sources, Prince Andrew had a documented friendship with Jeffrey Epstein and faced sexual misconduct allegation denied and settled in 2022. Settled in 20... That's different. That has to do with Virginia Giuffre. Why didn't mention Virginia Giuffre? Because the settlement that Andrew did was with Virginia Giuffre. That had nothing to do with Epstein. Yes, it has to do with Epstein, but the case was Virginia Giuffre versus Prince Andrew. So this is a bit misleading. No confirmed Epstein link to other royal like William or Kate. Andrew patronized youth charities, etc. Outward bound. outward bound trust, but no direct organization or ties to Epstein child-related crimes. Cancer fundraising totals since monarchy's start are unqualifiable historically. Queen Elizabeth patronages raised £1.4 billion for charities, including Cancer Research UK. Okay, this is a bit muddy. It's a bit muddy what Grok said. That's an AI on X. You mean the lengths the entire royal family plus 95% of the House of Lords have? I mean, the thing is that the Epstein thing was trying to get everybody. Everybody. I've been saying it. Before, I used to just give my opinion based on the little black book because it was documented and said on an article. But when you look at it, they were trying to get everybody. Anybody that they could get into that, they will get it. Even you. You may think, oh, I'm a nobody. Even you. If they could get you, they will get you because they want to frame everybody. It's like they want to tie everybody's hand behind their back. So when they don't know when they might need you. Okay? They do not know when they might need you. But they will get you in any shape or form. They documented, record you doing some shit. They don't care what it is. As long as it's a negative that will be embarrass you. But once the moment comes and they need you, you have to be on the ready to comply. Otherwise, they're going to tell people what it is. The only way that things could... but they've done so many crazy stuff. If you see what I saw on Twitter regarding what these men have done to those kids, it's like you might as well burn everything down. There were some videos I've done on PYTE where they were trying to lower the age of consent to, I think, either 14 or 15. I was berserk. I was like, what the hell? I thought the age of either 14 or 15, one of these age numbers, I thought it was low. Just think of a 9-year-old, okay? A 9-year-old. That's all I'm going to say. This is how barbaric these people are. A 9-year-old. And use your imagination. Let's go to the next tweet. I was going to say before that, maybe, if we could give a pass to these people. But when you look at the thing that they have done, there is no... What will you say? What kind of a punishment do these people deserve? They're not gonna let this go. The people have to come together and fight these things. It's too much. All right, next week. The BBC has been branded state propaganda channel after latest royal coverage. Oh, really? The National Scat. Okay. Shameful. The BBC is the PR department for the palace and has been since 1922. Reveal royal family has power to censor BBC coronation coverage. The BBC submit material to Buckingham Palace for approval before use. Raise question about editorial independence. Yes, we sort of, at least I think I have an idea about that. Based on, since I've been reading things about Harry and Meghan, where when they want to, let's say, what was that? They were doing a documentary and then they wanted to see it first. What was it? Was it ITV or something like that? And then after they review it, the palace review it, and they told them what to remove. And they were trying to do the same thing when Meghan was still acting on suit. These people are freaking ridiculous. Why? From the late John Pilger. The BBC has the most brilliant production values. It produces the most extraordinary national history and drama series, but it is and has long been the most refined propaganda service in the world. It is an extension of the established order in this country. John Pilger. Before the Harry and Meghan kind of stuff, PBS in the United States used to show some shows about BBC. I used to like it. I used to like some of those shows, but these people, they're pretty much destroying everything. The US and the UK. That movie, London Bridge, what was it? There's one for the US as well. What's the name of the movie? Just look at the screen. All right. These two are in parallel. Now, if the United States, the people of the United States don't do something about it, then they're gonna continue. The UK is already on board. Forget it. The UK is already in darkness. Okay? I'm sorry for those who live in there, probably think otherwise, but from the outside. Okay? The same way you probably will see if you live outside of the US. You're looking at the US from the outside, you probably say the US is in the dark. You might be right. But at least the US still have a chance to get away from it, despite the fact that the current government that we have is taking control of everything, the House, the Senate, and the Supreme Court, and the executive order, which is the presidency. Even though they control all of that, the people still have a chance to take care of business, because now more people, it's not just African American who saw the light and some very, speckle here and there of white people who saw the light, but now there's more white people, including MAGAs, who are seeing the light. Okay? We have a very small window of opportunity to get it right. And we need to keep on push back. It's very subtle, but I see the pushback. All right, that's done with. Let's go to the next one. I need to finish record this group so I don't start it later tonight. All right, so this is the squad who are making fun of different things. William and Waity's crisis manager and her assistants are in crisis. So this is a TikTok video. I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to.
No.
It's like two drunk people. Huh? I don't know where they get that. The squad were just laughing, making fun of it. All right, let's do a lot of laughs. It's too early. Y'all take time with me, please. Who did this? Last I saw her, there's that. In crisis and not helped by Workshire Willy and Waity Katie, currently being on yet another not to be interrupted holiday. Lazing Sir London, take care. People are just laughing. Alright, so there's some tweet here. The squad were just making fun or just laughing. Alright, there's a couple of them. Alright, so there's this here. This is a GIF. I will look at you with disdain too if the grandma who forced me to marry you after I dump your ass is no longer with us to see the performative marriage. The publicly displayed disdain became more apparent post 2022. Okay, she's making reference to the leftover egg. Okay, I think they're dragging him. He stays mad. Wait, are you telling me Russell revealed that Queen Elizabeth forced William to marry Kate? That old lady didn't learn anything from her old mistake? Okay, there's one response to it here. To cover up the fact that he's gay, no doubt. Oh, they forced him to marry her. Oh my God. At least he has Jason to make up for it. Oh my God. The squad must have read this somewhere. I don't know. Not just dump her non-existent ass, but doing it after she gave him an ultimatum to commit, or she walk. The squad or something. Oh, don't mess with the squad. That's all I know. They'll make you cry out of your misery. Next one. This is another LOL. I was seeing a lot of them. When you remember that chick lost it over baby brain, you think the idiot would have asked what it meant instead of throwing a hissy fit. Should have been called bird brain instead. Dumbass. Where the squad are getting this? They must be responding to something. More like pea brain. That explained the mumbling. Oh my God. I have had a hard time believing a woman who had 3 kids by that point had never heard the term before. I can understand her not hearing it if we want to chalk it up as American colloquialism, but the most basic of response should have been to ask its meaning. Of course, if you hate the speaker, you default to anger instead of enlightenment. Okay, I don't know. Something must have happened where the squad was talking about these things. Is that an ad? No. You can tell she's been fighting the not that bright allegation her whole life because the second Meghan walked in with actual accomplishment and real intellect, it sent her spiraling. That kind of insecurity doesn't come from nowhere. It's lifelong. You call me baby brain. The squad or something. Just a harmless expression that women use among themselves, but Kate demand an apology. For what exactly? Easter gift. Easter gift. God have mercy. Just a harmless expression that women use among themselves. Okay. When they have no comeback, they make up some nonsense. Next week. All right. Body language expert. Okay, this one I shared it on my community board. So this is from Hello Magazine. Body language expert Amber Honigman unpacked the secret signal in the Duke and Duchess of Sussex appearance at the NBA All-Star Game in LA. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's secret sign of frustration that the cameras then linger on. Oh my God. Funny how you guys body language experts are on holiday when William and Kate's photos appear. Can you also ask your body language expert what it means where your husband always leave you behind? Oh my God, the squad or something, and she showed 3 examples. Oh my God, funny how this body language expert suddenly go mute when it comes to this odd couple. What in the name? Okay, how about body language experts sort of these photos out? Let's see here. There's that. Oh shit. Is that for real? What? No. Body language expert here. That's William, who's in the Middle East, and this guy was on the Epstein list. And I think he was the one who said something about, not him, this one, saying about a torture video he enjoyed watching. I'm telling you, these people, they're sick in the mind. Sick in the mind. There's Andrew with Epstein. They need body language expert. Right, so there's more. Let me just stop, okay? You could pause and read these. I'm already 20-something minutes. Right, so the Sussex Squad were on a roll today. The way squaddies and non-squaddies are lightning Russell Myers ass up in the comments about his regurgitation book. Okay, so that's probably why that other TikTok came about. Alright, he's gonna learn. So they were dragging him. I didn't see that particular book. Let me pause for a second. Okay, so I'm on X. I went to look for Russell Myers. Okay, I just typed Russell Myers. Russell Myers' book read like fiction written by an 8-year-old. It essentially confirmed William and Kate were threatened by Meghan's arrival, fed her to their media minions, and were upset that the Sussexes corrected the record. I'm sure Kate was the one concerned about Archie's skin. Oh my God. So there's a book that's out there. Okay, let me pause and put this on the list. Oh my God, this is big. And by the way, this guy is the current mayor of New York City. Okay, what Katinka doesn't realize is that these books are coming out now to paint her as the cause of the rift between the brothers. Middleton's most successful social climbing spawn is about to take the fall for Rose and Beau, Prince Incandescent. Her recycled Valentine speaks meaningless. Okay, the squad or something. So, and sort of Kate is deeply jealous, racist woman who is concerned about an unborn baby's skin color, is okay with having a philandering husband, is a pedophile enabler, and tries to sabotage another woman's wedding. Anything else? Alright, I wish I could see what, alright, so there's that. Maybe it's here. Okay, alright. So I got something here. Let me pause again and add this on the list. I should take a screenshot of this for you guys, put on my community board. So, according to Russell Myers' new hagiography on William and Kate, Kate felt let down by the fact that Meghan corrected the record about the story about her making Kate cry during the Oprah interview. I mean, The truth will be, if the truth was out from the beginning, Meghan didn't have to do a damn thing. And as a result, Kate felt Harry and Meghan couldn't be trusted for telling the truth. Are you effing kidding me? I won't trust somebody like Kate, who was perfectly comfortable throwing me under the bus to make herself look better. Meghan had every right to defend herself and correct the record. It's becoming clearer and clearer why Kate has no female friends. You mean, oh my God. And the worst thing is, for her, Kate to come out and being upset, let's say allegedly, I don't know. They probably just want to use her to write the nonsense, but let's say this is correct. Meghan did not mistreated her. As a matter of fact, I thought Meghan spoke positively of Kate. Kate should have just kept her mouth shut. Let whatever had happened with the point of view, just leave it as be. Oh my God. Exclusive Princess Kate believed Harry and Meghan were not to be trusted after explosive move. Mirror Royal editor Russell Meyer's brand new explosive biography of the Prince and Princess of Wales revealed how Kate was less interested in persuading Harry and Meghan to stay in royal family than husband Prince William. Okay, let's see here. We arranged a second summit with Willy and Kate, this time on our turf, December 10, 2018, early evening. We all gathered in our little front annex, and this time there was no small talk. Kate got things rolling straight away by acknowledging that these stories in the papers about Meghan making her cry were totally false. I know, Meghan, that I was the one who made you cry. I sided. Excellent start, I thought. Meghan appreciated the apology, but wanted to know why the papers had said this and what was being done to correct them. In other words, why isn't your office standing up for me? Why haven't they found this execrable woman who wrote this story and demanded a retraction? Kate, flustered, didn't answer, and Willy chimed in with some very supportive sound evasion, but I already knew the truth. No one at the palace could find the correspondent. That's not true. That's not true. Anybody from the palace could call anybody that they want. The papers, what is it? Many of the royal what we're saying, they take things from the royal family. I'll put what I'm thinking about with, I can't even think of his name. But anyway.
Much of the negativity towards the couple is coming from within the royal family. The royal family and staff of the royal family are the ones that are very often leaking these stories to the press.
No one at the palace could find the correspondent because that will invite the inevitable retort, well, if the story is wrong, what's the real story? What did happen between the two duchesses? And that door must never be opened because it will embarrass the future queen. The monarchy, always at all costs, had to be protected. I mean, the truth will be very reasonable. So they're writing this, while all these people are being thrown under the bus from the Epstein things, they're using her as well. They will never come out and say it because it doesn't fit a modern view of monarchy, but they absolutely thought it was Harry and Meghan's job to be canon father for anyone higher up the chain, specifically the now Welleses. Meghan wanted to correct the narrative when Katie Keane was received good press was unacceptable. She should just take it. All monarchies have a degree of heirs versus spare, but no one does it like the Brits. F. Kate. No wonder the whiny, insecure blondie sucks up to the orange third. They call it soft diplomacy. I call it as it is, to the same kind. Kate Middleton is an evil racist. That's the B word. You could pause and read this. Let me go back to my list. So I got what we wanted. I will try to take a screenshot for you guys and post it on my community board. All right, let's go to the next tweet. Let me finish with these. All right. The way. I need to finish. One of my kids is home.
Wanaka. It is a great privilege to be with all of you today.
You know, we ask for forgiveness and please come back.
As you saw me find the love and happiness that I'd hoped for all my life.
You are all in this together. And if I may speak personally, we are all in this together. Because asking for help was one of the best decisions that I ever made. You will be continually amazed how life changes for the better.